And guess what? We're recording now.
Oh, okay. How come
What?
it's so weird that it like switches? Cause just don't pay attention.
Welcome to another episode of Sorry Not Sorry. As you can tell,
Hello.
I am joined by Sasha Sexual of Tumblr, my friend Holly. Um, we'll probably do a few different videos tonight and see how it goes. She's ha,
Energized. Took a long nap.
literally woke up right before this. So,
Pour me a drink. I'm
yeah,
ready.
yeah, she wakes up out of bed and goes, "Okay, pour me a drink. We can do this."
Good to go.
So what this video is going to be about, it's going to be about, oh, I forgot to change settings. Tell them what it's going to be about, Jeeves.
It's gonna be a review on the movie Lucy, cause we went and saw that this afternoon after lunch.
Oh, we did.
Did you forget?
No, I'm just agreeing with you. Where the hell are my settings that I'm looking for?
I don't know. I don't know how to work a Mac laptop.
Oh, not that one.
I can barely type on that thing.
Display sleep. Never. Yeah, no, shut up. It's only for a couple hours, you know.
You know.
Anyways, yeah, Lucy. Um, before we get into the major plot, what was your overall feel walking out of the theater? Compared to entering the theater.
I felt like just slightly disappointed. Just like kind of like my expectations were high.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean it was awesome, but it just like it just had all this awesome stuff and then the end was just kind of like okay, like a mediocre orgasm.
Oh, just so you know, Lucy is the um, what would it be? Science fiction that stars Scarlett Johansson as the lead
Mm,
character and Morgan Freeman as, you know, his wise old black man.
God.
Mm-mm.
No, he's a professor, but
That's Professor.
he's a professor, but
Yep.
he's
Wise old
so
black man.
he's God.
That was just like two roles.
I honestly feel like that he is actually God.
Anyways, um, my views entering the theater were like, okay, I'm I'm interested to see this. It was the number one movie last week,
Mm.
so it can't be like, well, I can't say that because Transformers was the number one movie one week, so I was like, it
That.
can't be horrible, can it? And I walked out and I was like, minus the stupid setup of using 10% of a human's brain, which when that's in the freaking trailers, it's not a spoiler.
Yeah.
Using 10% of the human brain. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I don't think I wasted my money. Um, but if somebody asked me, would you recommend your friend to go see it? I'd probably say no. Wait for
Wait for it to come out.
DVD.
Yeah.
It's a good DVD release. A
Definitely.
good Netflix, a good Redbox movie.
Definitely.
It's not. We ain't talking a Marvel movie yet,
Hmm.
but we're definitely talking about how that it's just a good movie. Not great. There's
Not bad
definitely
either. Yeah.
it's not bad. Okay, so plot.
I mean, to me, I mean, it was the story, the plot, it was kind of like it was pretty well thought out, just with the sciencey stuff. But that might be just because I'm not a science person, and I was like kind of wowed by that. Like, wow, that might be. It just makes you think. Basically, is what I'm trying to say.
So the plot basically is that um, she gets
I mean, obviously that can't happen,
well, obviously, but
but
but it's somewhat it could
it
work.
could, yeah.
Then that's the best part of science fiction is when it's realistic
It-
fiction
yeah.
with a lot of science.
Mhm.
So that's in my book. That's some of the best type of fiction is when it's some close to realistic fiction, but there's some things that hamper it back. Um, so the plot is that Lucy, the title character, um, becomes a drug mule
Mhm.
for insert uh, insert Chinese
Trafficker
gang,
guy, yeah.
insert Chinese gang head, and because we don't get
I don't think we ever learn who he is. Really.
no, we just know that he's the head of this drug ring.
Yeah.
That's all we kind of know, and I kind of think it's better for just doing that
Yeah.
because it doesn't. It
I
honestly
don't really
doesn't
think
need
it
to piss a.
Yeah,
It
it
doesn't
matter.
need to.
'Cause
But
yeah, it's kind of just like a side thing.
and um and there's four different mules, including her,
Mhm.
and she gets. We don't even know for what reason she.
Yeah, you know what I think it's. I thought that it was because she was the only woman, and she was attractive, and
Well, for whatever reason, Scarlett Johansson finds herself in like a prison,
some
a
kind
human
of.
trafficking ring now,
Yeah, that sounds about right.
and one of her captives tries to
He
rape
basically,
her,
yeah, kind of
and
sexually harassed her, and
and
she
she
wasn't
makes
having
him
that shit.
bleed, and then he kicks her
Mhm.
where the drugs are,
In the stomach.
and like basically tears a hole in her package.
What do they call it? CPH or something.
Don't worry about the drug.
Yeah.
Don't.
It
It's
doesn't
an
really
insert
doesn't
name.
really matter, but
It's an insert name.
yeah.
It's. I know it's an actual chemical. It's things, but
Yeah.
it doesn't matter for this point of the discussion. And that um she basically this drug basically starts opening her mind to how much she can actually control.
Mhm.
I guess is the best way to form it. Um, because she tricks one guy into coming into her room,
Fucking badass.
and she breaks out, murders all of the guards she has, and takes out the damn bullet she got shot in.
Yeah, just casually. And then just looks at it like, oh, okay.
And then um, she gets she goes to the hospital to basically remove the rest of the drug.
Drugs. Yeah.
Um, and then she actually figures out like what the hell's happening to her. We find out what the drug is, and we find out that, and she's got about half of the drug left in the bag.
Like, yeah, in the bag. I thought you were gonna say
No,
inside. How
yeah,
much your mind is opened up? Yeah.
but but and throughout the movie, it's basically her on this huge acid trip that opens her mind, and that she actually can see things, interact with things, like, and while this is going on, we have intercut shots of wildlife,
Yeah. I
which
kind of liked that.
which was weird at first.
Yeah, it was weird at first, but then
Because
you kind of understood.
but like um, when um, when she was being abducted, they were intercutting um, zebras and lions
Lions.
being,
Prey.
yeah,
Prey.
the predator and prey,
Yep.
which basically got the audience in that mindset of, okay, this is how these cut frames are going to work. And that shows, it really establishes who they are.
Yeah.
Besides just the tone and the music and how it's composed as a shot. But as we go through this movie, we're introduced to Morgan Freeman giving a lecture, describing everything.
That's happening, that basically is happening to her.
Yeah. Basically, what the human mind can do.
What he thinks, he hypothesized.
That's a lot of the work that he's done, is the human mind. He said that he'd been working on it the past 20 years. So, but getting through this story, she basically takes all of this drug to
pass on the knowledge.
Yeah, because she calls her mom while she's at the hospital and the doctor is taking out the drugs in her body.
Yeah.
And she realizes, at least my interpretation, is that she realizes that she is losing a part of her.
The human part.
Yeah, the human part of it. And I told Holly this, that she's losing her humanity as her mind goes more and more to max.
Yeah, kind of like computerized, basically.
Yeah. Because of the amount of knowledge that she's obtaining and using of her mind, that she's losing what is making her human. Kind of, definitely some cybernetic transformation ideas going on there. But and another line that kind of talks about that is when she's met the police chief for the first time, and he finally figures out what the hell she kind of is, even though he really never really understands.
But he does on some kind of level.
Mm-hmm. He knows that
it's just far beyond his, and
it's without his knowledge, his range, and that's okay with him.
But he helps her anyway.
Because she uses this guy to get the other 3 mules and the drugs, and she basically keeps him around to, quote,
as a reminder.
Yeah, as a reminder. And they have a kiss, which is really the only
romantic aspect of this movie.
There is, like, you can say that there's there's definitely sex in this movie, but it's never used as romance.
Yeah.
Because during Morgan Freeman's speech, with an intercut of just the wildlife and everything, there's sex between animals, and there's a guy and a girl on a hill overlooking Los Angeles in the back of a car, fucking.
They're not overlooking anything except.
Yeah, I know, but the car is. The car is. But they're looking at each other, and because he's talking about, I gave you the wine glass because I thought you could keep it in it.
I did. Maybe not. I got one.
Anyways, when he's giving this talk about reproduction and everything, and there's of course like the almost rapes. Yeah. She goes in.
Yeah.
And there's the fact that after she's become a mule, she's in like her bra and panties.
Yeah.
For just like that shot of somebody wanting to see her naked, I guess, that you kind of have to do in these movies.
Obviously.
But there is no like If
There's
you came to see like a sexy movie,
nope,
nope, this ain't you. Go see a romantic comedy because this ain't it.
nope.
But getting back on the plot, she gets to Morgan Freeman, finally meets Morgan Freeman, and
I like how they first contacted. Just like he totally was just like awestruck. He was
well, the first time she calls him, and she is in what? She's in China.
I think yeah,
She's in China and
in
he's in
China.
Paris.
Yeah.
And she's on her roommate's
Phone.
computer
Oh yeah.
and gives him a call, and he kind of takes it as this
Joke at first.
a joke, like his daughter is playing on him or something. And then he kind of gets a little scared because then it's kind of, I took it as it's kind of a creep.
Yeah, it's creepy. Like, is this person watching me? Blah blah blah. But then
And then you
obviously,
kind of,
yeah,
and then he kind of realizes that,
it's real.
well, it's not just real, it's too real.
Yeah.
That she actually is controlling the phone, and that she appears on the television, his cell phone, his computer, over the radio.
Yeah.
And it's just that she actually is controlling that stuff with her unlocked brain at like, what, 40%
Yeah.
at that time?
It's for 30%, I think.
Either way, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, they finally meet.
they finally meet in Paris, and they're talking about that there is no, like, that the human concept is wrong because there is no human concept.
Yeah.
That the human concept is only the thing that we understand because there is no actual thing.
Basically, it's like we made it up to make ourselves feel comfortable. That's kind of like what I felt, because if we can't understand it, if we can't see it, we feel uncomfortable about it, and we have to put something there. There has to be something there to make that has made this happen.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of sounds, my brain's all over the place, but
It's basically the fact that 1 and 1 don't equal anything because there is no 1.
there's no numbers, there's no letters,
And that the only unit
it's time.
is time. Kind of like how.
I got chills when I watched that part.
Kind of like how in that you often talk about the fourth dimension as time, but she's saying that time is the only dimension.
Yeah.
That there is no 1, 2, 3 dimensions. That it's only the fourth dimension. And her example that she gives is that if you see a car passing along a highway, and you take that and you speed it up so fast, the car disappears. And how the hell do you prove that the car was even there without time?
See, I got goosebumps again.
I'm pretty sure that's the alcohol, huh?
Probably, but you know.
Yeah, this is an episode of Sorry Not Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta be drinking.
I think it's a mixture.
So, but she knows she's dying.
Yeah.
In some form or another, and she basically takes all of this drug
to reach 100%.
Yeah. They don't really have a reason other than
Just,
for science.
Yeah, for science.
Like there is
Morgan's character is just like, if you're looking for a reason to, some kind of reason or whatever, just share the knowledge.
We were already shown she is on a flight from
China to
Paris,
yeah.
And her body starts breaking down, and that's when she takes
some of the drug that came
No,
in.
she takes all of it.
Oh,
She
yeah. Well,
takes
she
the
basically,
remainder.
yeah, she like
She
swallows
takes
it
the
whole.
remainder of her bag, trying to.
Ooh.
Sorry, I have rolling thunder. But she takes the remainder of her bag in the airport bathroom, and she basically like passes out.
Plane bathroom.
Yeah, excuse me. She's in the plane. They're beginning their descent in Paris, and she's like disappearing.
Yeah, basically, like you're just
Like she's becoming ether,
particles are just.
leaving her, and
Yeah.
she takes the drug and she passes out.
And it is like an acid trip during that scene. Like looks like half her face is.
Like her skin is
Yeah,
peeling,
it's melting. I would have like
and
flipped my shit.
and her hands are literally disappearing into the bits.
Yeah.
So they take the other 3 bags of this drug, and
Put it
they
in liquid form.
they basically make IVs out of them.
Yeah.
Which I kind of find funny because there's 3 bags left, and there's 4 IVs in her.
I thought there was 2.
There's 4, 2 on each arm.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
Because there were 2 bags on each stand when she smashed them.
Yeah.
And while all of this science is going on, we have to keep the action up.
Of course.
So we have Mr. China Gang drug leader.
Yeah. Who's
Assault
really fucking pissed off because
she stabbed him.
Oh,
by the way, she stabbed him.
No, she didn't just stab him. She just whips out these fucking knives and just right in both of his hands. Right into a chair. Casually talking to him like nothing and leaves him there. So he's really pissed off, needless to say.
Plus, she's, like, stolen his drug.
That too.
But they're doing this assault on the university, and Mr. Policeman...
holding down the fort as best he can.
But he's sufficiently outgunned by, gangs, because gangs always get the good stuff.
Of course.
Like a fucking rocket launcher.
Right? That was kind
Like,
of badass, though,
because
he kind of, like, just ran in there and just caught it midair.
Deus Ex Machina, though. Because, that was just kind of... Oh, by the way, we have a rocket launcher. And shaboom! Like, there's no other shot of that rocket launcher.
No.
In that movie, other than the time that they're shooting it. And
So
there's like...
it was like a last minute thing.
Yeah, and there's like...
rocket launcher in there for...
And there's like...
Shiggles.
But, like, there's, like, what, a minute and a half of setting up this heist into the university, and there's no shot of this rocket launcher. It's very Deus Ex rocket launcher. There's,
like, 6 cars, and they're, like, putting fucking guns in bags, and there's, like, literally no shot of the rocket launcher.
The funny thing is that the police are coming in to this university as... The gang
I'm sitting here thinking, like, what the fuck?
As the gang is, like, arming themselves. Like, and it's out in the open.
That's what
like, they're pulling the guns out of the trunks of these cars. And the police cars go, woo, woo, right in front of them. Anyways.
Yeah, I didn't...
Yeah, that scene, like, takes... Throw that scene out the window. It makes no sense whatsoever.
None.
Like, I know why you had to have it. You had to have this captain of this police force calling back up.
Blah, blah, blah. But...
Yeah, because you gotta have army versus army. Police versus gang.
Yeah.
But, so, she achieves, like, 100%, sees the,
God, she sees, like, everything.
She goes to the Big Bang, the first, I'm about to get real on here. The first mitosis of a cell.
See, but I liked but I liked when she met the first human.
Yeah.
Lucy.
But,
which, oddly enough.
Which is foreshadowed.
Yeah.
In the beginning.
In the beginning.
But, she sees it all, and then, like, gets lost in time, and, what'd she do? She shoots herself into Paris.
Yeah.
And then she shoots herself into New York.
Yep.
And then she
Times Square.
yeah, she's sitting in Times Square, and then
during the present time, and then
she just sends everything back in time.
Yeah.
She makes a stop in the 1900s,
Mhm.
and then she just keeps going.
Horse and cattle, then
The Native Americans.
Yeah. Native Americans were hella confused.
Yeah, because they just saw this woman in a chair, and they were like, "What the fuck?
What's going on?"
And then they just kept going back and
Yeah.
back and back. And then she meets the she meets the first human, and they do the ET touch.
Yeah.
And then shit happens.
Yeah. And then shit happens. That's always a great way to describe things, though.
And of course, the drug lord comes in here.
Yeah, and he's got his gun,
and
pointed to the back. He's slowly walking.
Well,
dramatically.
remember, time. It's allowed because time is the only unit.
Yeah.
So, I think we're going to finish our glass at the same time.
Probably. And you started before me.
Yeah, no, shut up. I made yours.
I know.
And by the time that he actually tries to execute Lucy, which would be that in the back of the head, she's gone.
Yeah, she's reached 100%, and she's.
And there is no Lucy anymore.
No.
And that he's asking the scientists,
where is she? In Japanese or Korean or whatever he is.
Yeah, I'm gonna be completely racist. They're from Asia.
I'm just gonna say I think he's Korean.
They're from Asia. I think that should be the screen cap. Anyways, and he goes, "What the fuck are they, Captain?"
Policeman.
Policeman. Yeah. Captain Policeman. Shoots him dead.
Yeah.
And.
In his French accent, what is she?
Well,
I think he's French.
You never really put a place on where they are.
I know, but I think he's French because she arrives at the Paris, whatever, the airport, and he's there.
Well, remember, that's where one of the drugs mules went.
Oh, that's true.
Because
never mind. I don't know. I don't know what he is. Maybe he's German or something.
I thought he was Italian.
That might be Rome. Yeah.
Because the mules went to Rome, Berlin, and Paris.
Yeah.
So I thought he was Captain de Flores or something.
Yeah, I think so. Something like that. It was E something. But
it definitely.
He asks where she is too. And
then his phone comes up and
she says,
"I am everywhere." And then the movie kind of ends.
Yeah, he just kind of looks at it like he accepts this. And I'm like, I don't accept this. That was how I was like, I need more to this. Like, that's kind of a letdown. I mean, it's just like all this built up. It's like, you're built up to this climax, and then they're like, just kidding, I'm not going to let you orgasm.
Well.
That's what I feel like it is.
Well, like, there is this huge build for a climax, but the release isn't.
It's not as satisfying.
It isn't a satisfying resolution. There is no satisfying resolution. But think of it this way: could have there been a satisfying resolution?
I don't think so. I think that's just really the only way that it can end.
Yeah.
Like, I'm glad she didn't die. I'm glad. Well, I don't really know if she died or not. Technically, she's not dead. Yeah, she's speaking from somewhere. She's everywhere. Makes me feel like she's the internet or something.
God.
Definitely
could have been a god. But she records what she knows
in like a disc or a
flash drive.
Yes, thank you.
And it's definitely had a cool design.
Mm-hmm.
because like it was basically like her last moments. She was making this drive and hands it to Morgan Freeman.
Mhm.
You know he has an A, but it's just
We
gonna be
don't.
Morgan Freeman.
It's just gonna be Morgan Freeman because he's just Morgan Freeman in every movie.
But in this one, it's Dr. Morgan Freeman.
Yeah. Professor. Professor. Doctor. Doctor. Professor.
Can we just call it Dr. Freeman?
Yeah.
Okay, just Dr. Freeman.
Nobody.
So we can get the Half-Life reference in there.
Yeah, nobody's gonna get my SpongeBob reference.
Yeah, I know. Well, somebody is, because you just said it was a SpongeBob reference.
Yeah, but then they're like, what the fuck?
Anyways, definitely, she makes this flash drive in with this supercomputer she was like making out of herself,
Yeah.
and then she hands Dr. Freeman the flash drive.
And then all the
The
parts.
supercomputer like disappears. There is no computer now.
There's nothing.
Except this flash drive that Morgan Freeman has that's just like, it almost looks like a space drive.
Yeah, it's about like, yay long.
It's about yay.
Yeah.
It was about
It
yay.
was good long. It was good long. Words.
And but it wasn't like a standard black. It was black
like,
and white and very night sky.
Like onyx.
Yeah. The stone, not the Pokemon.
No.
The stone, onyx.
As much as you want it to be onyx.
Shut
Pokemon.
up. Shut up. But it was very. It had a
futuristic look.
I was gonna go with a CG.
Or you can
CG created look to it. But
which BT dubs the what department is that called?
The CG department?
No, just the people who build the set department, all the people who, it could have been made out of CGI, I don't know. But anyway, they did a good job. In my personal opinion, they did a really good job. Yes,
the production design was well.
Because you're theater.
And movies.
Yes.
Because I use terms.
Yes, you use terms and I use words that are not real words. But you seem to know what I'm talking about.
Because I can translate you.
Yeah, you speak Holly.
Very handy, yeah. But let's just do final thoughts here. Even though we kind of opened with final thoughts.
Yeah.
I definitely think this movie...
It's good.
It's worth your time.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's worth your money.
Yeah, so definitely save it for when it's out for DVD or, whatever, Netflix, whatever.
Yeah.
If you want to pirate it, that's none of our business.
I think this is above a pirate.
You know what? I think you're right, too.
I think this is above a pirate movie.
Don't pirate it, actually. Just buy it.
Yeah, because this is definitely a good screenplay. It's a great idea.
It's awesome because it's got a lead woman. And people are always like, nobody's going to watch a movie with a lead woman in it. And
now give me my fucking Black Widow movie.
Right?
So.
I agree.
So.
But Scarlett, she did an awesome job, though.
She was definitely having to do a lot.
Yeah.
With everything, because she had to play a lot of this stone face.
Yeah, and I just feel like she did a really good job. Like, in the beginning, it's totally different though, because in the beginning, she's her character. She's a
college student in China or Korea or wherever in Asia. In Asia.
Somewhere. And then, she's hit in the stomach with the drugs. And then all of a sudden it's like her brain has turned into some kind of computer and she just kind of maps everything out.
She's definitely having to go through a change throughout the movie.
It's a change.
It's definitely something it's out of her control.
You definitely, yeah.
And I think that other than people dying, she's the only character that has an arc.
Yeah.
and she has no romantic.
Yeah, no love
There,
interest. There's
there is
no.
there is no romantic interest. There is no like even
That's
with
what I
the
like
kiss.
about it
There
too.
is none.
That's what I like about it too. I like that. Not every movie has to be set based with some kind of.
Coming from the Madam Shipper here,
Just because I'm a helpless romantic doesn't mean I have to have movies with romance in it.
but yeah, Madam Shipper here, and but definitely worth your time. Definitely,
Yes, I enjoyed it. I
even
really
if you
did.
don't like go out and buy the DVD, I definitely think you should at least like
Rent
Redbox
it,
it
yeah.
or
Netflix it if they put it on Netflix.
it
It's worth it. Yeah.
it'll be on Netflix.
It's
It'll be on Prime or something.
yeah.
Somebody will
It's
have
worth
this.
it. It's worth it.
It is definitely worth your time. I would definitely suggest it. I would definitely.
I'd watch it again. Really, I'd watch the movie again. There's not a lot
Yeah.
of movies that I'd watch again because I'm not really one of those people who likes to watch movies again unless I haven't seen it in like 500 years.
Well, that's kind of where I differ with you on that
I
one.
know
I
you.
think,
It just depends on the movie
yeah,
for me, really.
because I think I kind of got this one
Mm.
in the like I might be able to notice things earlier.
Yeah,
Like I might be able to notice,
I do
um,
like watching movies and noticing things that I
like
didn't notice before.
noticing foreshadows
Yeah,
or something. But I don't think I would watch it again.
I would watch it again.
I,
Maybe like just not so close.
I definitely think this is a science fiction that
Makes
is
you
worth your
mind
time.
fuck, mind
Okay,
fuck.
to go with contrast with something that we're gonna watch later, Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't think it's not like even in the Marvel universe. Okay,
Yeah,
even in the Marvel
yeah,
universe,
definitely. There's a
Lucy
really big
and
difference
yeah, Lucy would not. Lucy would be is a totally different beast than
Yeah,
Guardians,
for sure.
and even because Guardians is gonna blow Lucy out of the
I
water
enjoyed
this
Lucy,
week.
but I am really excited to see whenever I see it. I'm excited to see Guardians.
And so I definitely think it's worth it. I just don't think this is a movie that I
Yeah,
like.
it's
I think it's definitely something you should see.
for
I
sure.
definitely think. Um, I don't think it will change anybody's hearts. It's really a summer blockbuster sci-fi,
It's a good movie.
but
It's not like holy shit, blow your mind amazing, but it was really good. It was pretty well thought out, and Scarlett and the other actors, did a really good job in it, in my opinion, personal opinion.
and there's really no white people in it.
It's yeah, it's got a actual
A
different.
nice foreign cast.
Yeah,
Other than like Scarlett, her roommate,
yeah, and her
boyfriend that
boyfriend
gets murdered off in like
right in the first 2-3 minutes.
yep. Well,
Which I
first
was,
10.
yeah, well, I was like, whatever, because you're a jackhole.
Yeah. And Morgan Freeman, you're not going to like see these like some of them you've seen before, like I've seen a few of them before,
Yeah,
but it's definitely a not white cast,
yeah.
which is always nice to have.
Scarlett and Morgan are probably going to be the only ones that you really recognize unless you're a huge movie buff person that
Yeah, I definitely recognize
like
some of the
him.
henchmen,
Yeah.
um, and
I think I
even
recognize a couple of them too myself.
so. But that's our opinions on Lucy.
Definitely watch it if you feel like you should, like Brock said, don't just wait for it to come out, for DVD and or to rent.
Yeah,
It's a good,
definitely a renter.
awesome. It's a good movie. It's a good movie.
Definitely a renter.
How many stars would you give it?
3.
Yeah, I think I give it like maybe 3.5. I liked it. I did like it. I liked it. Just the ending that I don't know. It was just the ending that kind of like it's like
I'm sorry the ending sucked. but I'm not sorry for taking you.